How to avoid doing dumb shit as a man. This is one of those things like wisdom takes time, you know. I said in a previous video, a few videos back, it's very hard to get wisdom like before your years, before it, hindsight's always 2020, right? How to avoid doing dumb shit. One thing that I think has really helped me in my decision making, I'm not fucking perfect, like I still make the occasional terrible decision, or things just don't work out and it turns out to be a bad decision even though it was made with the best intentions. But things that have really helped me, basically you need to get to know yourself. The reason that you're making terrible decisions is because you don't know yourself that well. You don't know yourself as well as you think you do, and you haven't lived through enough of life to know what could happen if XYZ occurs. So how do you get to know yourself better? You have to spend time alone, in my opinion. You need to spend a lot of time alone just to think. I know I harp on about it in these videos, but meditation, you should be living quite a solitary life. And I don't mean like lonely, not wanting to go out or scared to go out. I mean, you need to dedicate hours per day where you are alone, if not daily, every other day. You need to spend a lot of time alone. Maybe it's just running every morning, a little bit of time by yourself so you could think, mull over things, ideas, get inspiration. You should also think about your past mistakes. I know you can't, I don't mean, dwell on them. Think about what you could have done differently, what you would do if you were in that same situation next time. What would you do differently? How many times in your life, maybe you made a decision at work, and I'm speaking from experience, where I've got into a work situation. I mean, I've had every crap job you can think of. One day I'll tell you all of them, but I'm not getting it right now. I've had every crap job you can think of, and I've been fired from multiple jobs, and I've walked out of multiple jobs as well. Some of those times I feel like they might have been justified, but in hindsight, it was my inability to deal with other things that were happening. It was my inability to deal with my emotions, times where I felt someone's disrespected me or something like that. Like, why did I react in that way? Disrespect is a weird thing. Like, people feel disrespected because they're insecure about themselves. Maybe it's their masculinity, or he's trying to mug me off, or like, you have kind of a fear of being littled, or a fear of like being less than. It might not be true for every person. I don't think it is, but in my opinion, that's what disrespect feels like. It's like when it's like fear, basically. Fear of being disrespected. And the thing is that these situations, they're always going to occur in life. Like, it doesn't matter if it's work or in a relationship, or, do you know what I mean, parenting, or whatever it might be. It's how you react to situations that's important, like more important than the situation that's occurring. You have to deal with situations all the time. And the thing is that once I walked out of those jobs, I really fucked myself over. I fucked up my finances. I couldn't pay rent, couldn't do things that I wanted to do. I couldn't save money towards my goal. I was less social. So there's all these other things. Just that one situation where I felt disrespected and I ended up walking out of a job had all these other knock-on effects. Do you know what I mean? But because my ego and my pride blinded me in that situation, now I've got to deal with all this other shit, and in the long run, it slowed me down. It stopped me from achieving what I wanted to do, just because I didn't have that control and foresight in that situation to think, okay, yeah, this guy's being a dickhead, but if I do that, then that happens. And if I do that, then that happens. If I knock him out on shift, that's going to happen. I'm going to get arrested. I'm going to lose money, and so on and so on. Then I can't put my savings by and save towards my goal, whatever it is. So, you know, how well do you know yourself, and how many times are these situations going to occur before you eventually learn? For me, you know, although I'm a very quick learner of things that I want to learn, times where there's errors and mistakes that are involved, I'm someone that has to learn the hard way. I got to make the same fucking mistake sometimes again and again and again and again, you know, and I don't want that for you. So do like analyze your mistakes, think about things, see what you'd have done differently, see, you know, think about the effects that that situation that occurred has had on your life, like overnight or so far, you know. Don't let your pride or your ego get in the way of your intelligence, do you know what I mean, and achieving what you want. You need to be able to discern whether it's you know, whether it is the right thing to do, or whether it is just your ego getting damaged or bruised that's making you act in this way. But yeah, my advice from my own experience: if you want to stop doing dumb shit as a man, spend time alone, meditate. It helps you be more calm, and just take time to think.